This is AI made.
Are we on island time now?
Airman out.
Microphone check 1 2 in the basement.
Girthy
Podcast.
Did you give it lyrics?
Nope. Rhyme so fake you can't even trace it. 80s beats got the groove, let me face it.
80s beats instead of giving you an 80s beat?
Yep. The last, but the words cut
Literally
deep like a razor fast. Sound waves climb, they ain't here to crash. High crafting dreams while we raking the cash. Girthy Podcast got the vibes we throw. Mic'd up, keeping pace, we hustle and grow. Tune in, turn up, we run this show. With the mid chaos
we could have a new one every
let
show.
it go.
I was thinking that on the drive home yesterday.
I'm just gonna do manual out.
If you haven't checked out our last episode, we were playing around with Suno AI.
Yeah.
Suno,
Whatever
made
you
up.
think.
where you can tell it, and it makes pretty good music for like, you didn't really prompt it the way you wanted it. Here's a little cheat code. You can drop a song into like ChatGPT to describe it and pull all the stuff you want out of that. You know?
You're always bringing ChatGPT into things.
Because it's like Google.
Look what it did without ChatGPT.
I'm just telling you how to do things easier, bruh.
I got my new. Don't worry about it. You keep talking.
Remember Google, like when it first came out, and you're like, "Wow, I can search anything I need to look up," and now it sucks.
I remember the name being like, "This will never last" with that stupid name.
I'm a Lycos man.
Right.
I'm an Ask
Alta
Jeeves guy.
Vista all day. Alta
Netscape's
day.
not going anywhere, man.
Right.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where if I wanted to search "hottie toddy," because I forgot to do that in the intro.
Oh man.
But ChatGPT has no ads, it has no SEO gaming, so it just kind of, for now, it just spits out everything.
Right.
I'm just saying if
I
you...
disagree.
If, what?
You don't think it has anything SEO related?
The only way you can kind of game it is to be a source for answers, but that's like, it's such an indirect way. Or you make your own app in there and it really just directs people there, but those apps...
You sure about that?
Those apps don't do well.
You sure about that?
I don't even know what you mean. I'll be
So
honest.
they have their own like
No, you don't gotta explain.
app
I'm just
directory within there.
saying. Move on.
So if you wanted to, there's like audio ones.
I don't give a shit.
So if you
I don't give a shit.
if you throw in a song and you go, hey, can you
don't give a
describe
shit.
the song?
I don't give a shit.
Now, of course, I pay for
I don't give a
premium.
shit.
That's only $20 a
give a
month, but
shit.
it's well worth it. You know,
I don't give a shit.
I was asking it how to
you're
vectorize
still
something
going.
today. I was just
didn't
gonna
know.
keep rolling. I was gonna Ted Cruz
Good job.
filibuster that.
Thank you. Thank you for humoring me.
It is one, but it's really hot in here. It's really hot in her.
You know, yeah.
I
Anyways,
any toodles. Do you got anything since I saw you last, my dear?
since yesterday,
Yeah, because sometimes we do this show and then like 5 things like after we're done, you know. Like I was on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, my X.
bring that up.
It brought up which one though?
Aha!
It brought up Spotify, Apple Music. Someone did a thread on it, and it was like, okay, we were just talking about that last
yeah.
episode, and the way Spotify went about doing it is very smart to compete with Apple, because Apple was boxing them out.
Sure.
They were denying them on the App Store for a while in like 2015,
Oh yeah.
saying like, this little thing is wrong, because they needed to get that Apple Music subscription money.
Yeah.
As we've read in, I think it was Traction, right? You read that too, right?
I just put it in the garage. I haven't read it at all.
It's a good book to use it as a paperweight or to lift a table.
I mean,
It is a.
I know what's in there.
It is a textbook, basically, but it talks about businesses. They become so big that they're either like a service business that eventually has a product, or a product company that eventually has services. And that's kind of where Apple is at. They started having Apple TV. They stopped having as many, hardware things.
Well, sure, yeah. There's
and
only
moved
so
to
many
streaming,
things.
subscription, premium stuff.
They tried Apple Vision Pro,
Yeah, they're still
gangbusters.
no, they're still making products, but they also are like we have to become more software based. I think.
Right. Well, I'm saying because they're running out of shit to make.
Well, right. They can only iterate all the innovative things they made the first time.
Right. I mean, what's next?
Well, that's
Apple
what
knee pads.
that's what we said before the iPhone, and then the iPhone like blew our dicks off. It's maybe the best invention of our lifetime.
Oh, yeah. Easy. You think they'll make shoes? What could they do with the shoes? Apple shoes. Definitely count your steps.
I think they're buying Patreon.
That's not shoes, though.
I know. It just came to mind because they bought Beats, so they got the headphones.
What is Patreon? Patreon's just another service.
I know. I just find it interesting what they're acquiring because they're very picky about what they acquire. And I saw they
How could the shoes work?
something else got acquired that I use on the reg, and I can't remember. But anyway,
We should do a thing where we just record, like we put a recording out of just our mics inputs, and just see how it's just two separate shows.
oh, just wait. You mean like solo?
Chop it up, like our conversation now.
Yeah.
But it would be just my voice and a track of just your voice. I'd be like, that sounds just like the other person doesn't even need to be there, really.
Well, it sounds like you're like schizophrenic, I guess.
Huh?
Huh?
Why me?
What?
Huh?
Dr. Leo Marvin.
Anyways,
Anyway, the Daniel Ek, E-K, I don't like that. He's Swedish, Spotify CEO, founder.
yeah. What about him?
Here, he looks like you.
Fuck you.
He looks like a fatter you. They said piracy killed.
Some people call me Cool Eric.
The music industry is dying. Piracy killed 50% of rev.
Oh, the piracy fucking thing again.
We're talking 2006 when I graduated college. I don't know about you.
Oh,
You're probably 07. You probably hung out for a year and just partied.
at least it might have been 08.
I was telling
working.
my nieces are in college, and I was telling them I regretted not staying around an extra half semester in the fall just to do nothing. I had in my head I want to move to LA before I turn 22 in June.
Well, usually it's like I'm gonna have money then.
No, I just had it in my head. I was like, if I don't go do it without thinking about it too much, I won't move. I'll just be fat. My best friend ended up staying in our frat house with no classes. Just
Been
work
wild.
and bartender like 2 or 3 times a week, and he's living the high life.
That's the dream.
Went to football games, did everything normal except go to a class.
Is it weird we can't even go back and fake being in college?
Oh yeah, we're way too old.
We definitely look like cops.
Yeah, I told you I got this Buccaneers starter jacket that's very 90s, but
Yeah, wear one of those in there.
everything's
What's
coming
up, guys? What's
everything's
cool?
coming back around, and all my like nieces that are in college are like, "Wow, I love that jacket." I mean, it's not. You look a little. You look
It's a
okay
reach
with
for
it on.
you.
Yeah,
It's a reach for
kind
you.
of like trying to be nice,
Yeah.
but
Just give it to me.
it's hot. It's too hot, man.
That's true.
You can't handle that kind of hot.
Yeah, well, I can handle it. I just
Your
don't
shirt's off
wanna.
right now.
Oh yeah.
For anybody not watching us on video,
I had to pop off it. I had to pop it off. It was hot. I'm still sweaty.
so anyway, the long story boring with the Spotify v Apple Music is what happened was Spotify did a couple things. They go, we're going to do antitrust in the European countries because they're boxing out their platform. They take 30% of revenue on every app, I think, on the App Store. I think that's still that way. It might be lower, but it's still pretty high.
Pretty crazy.
Well, they know what they got. They got the hardware. You got to use their software,
Yep.
and it's a pain in the dick to go around it. So the growth for Spotify, because we were talking about that too, in 2015 is 75 million. 2023, almost 500 million. And then what they did also with the antitrust, they also made it public what was going on, and made it a David Goliath thing. And all these other companies started coming in, all these tech companies that are like, yeah, fuck Apple. And so they got all these people to rally on their side, being a little bitch about it.
And now we're all paying the price.
Little Swedish bitch about it.
Yeah.
I like both. If they're reading this transcript of this podcast.
Guy does not look like me, bro.
A fatter guy.
Look like me.
No, it's just look. Every guy with long hair, I get compared to every white guy. Every white guy that's got the little stubble beard, shaved head. You're getting compared to, dude.
I don't like it.
Why? Because he's
Also, don't
Swedish, my
care.
people.
The Swedish part's cool, actually, but
Why?
I don't know.
They're of Norway.
The Swedes.
They give us IKEA, Volvo, Lego,
Volvo, that's a good one. Yeah.
Swedish meatballs.
Eh,
Not so great.
they're okay. I'd eat them.
What?
That's all we
There's
have
one
to
big one I'm not thinking of right now, and it's pissing me off.
It's okay. It'll come to you.
It's all right.
Swedish fish.
Swedish fish,
Toblerone.
overrated. Toblerone Swiss.
Don't care. Anyways, what
Dude,
are
Swedish
your...
fish, have you ever had Swedish fish and been like, yeah, that's pretty good.
I can't believe people buy them
I'm glad
next
it's
to all the other
stuck
shit that's
to the
there.
roof of my mouth and teeth.
Right. Like, why? Who likes that?
It's like Twizzlers and what's the other one on the West Coast? The
Rizzlers.
other one that's just like it. Fuck, whatever. Red Vines, maybe.
Yes.
Those suck too. There's not even a debate which one's better. They both blow ass.
Licorice. If you like it, you like it.
If you have too much black licorice, it can really fuck you up.
It's an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
kept
yeah.
going back to the dealership for licorice.
Well, yeah, there's
And
been
then
things where
Richard Lewis shit his pants on stage.
if you have heart conditions and you go on a flight and have black licorice, you're really fucked. Like, you could easily get a heart attack or something like that. Uh-huh. I'm not going to look it up.
It's just being racist, but whatever.
Why?
Why's it got to be the black licorice? What are your goals this year?
I didn't say inward licorice like you wanted me to. I saw it in your face.
What are your goals?
I'll edit that out. My goals.
Edit it back in.
Not clear, but revenue 200K for moi. You got some sound effects? As friend of the program, Dean Aker says, be a ninja. You make that 200K marker. That's like his...
What?
What?
What does a ninja have to do with it?
That's what he
Or
calls
did
his
you
ninja.
just say that so I started paying attention?
I don't know, but his sales ninjas, as he calls them, the people he's like doing sales training and mentoring for. His thing is like, if you can get to 200K, making 200K a year, that's like his attaboy level.
Oh,
I'm just doing it for an attaboy.
I see. Head pat. Next one. Next.
Let's see. I've done 30 this year. I've done like 30,000 sit-ups.
I was just going to say, what's your physical one? You always have a physical one.
183 pounds at some point. I gotta cut weight to get there, and it's really booze. I think my nose is getting red from casually drinking a little too much.
Oh, wow.
That and never wearing sunscreen as a kid in Florida.
I think the booze is more of a problem.
If you get really close to my nose, where
thank you.
where you can see like a little, it looks like a cracked sidewalk. Red.
I'm going to use the present.
I want to launch a rocket through it.
Your nose.
So 183 would be like, that would be down to where I was like 10 years ago.
What are you at now?
205.
Okay.
That's doable. It's
That
really
should
just
still be doable.
it's just booze. You know what? The biggest thing, I looked at all my stats from my phone or from my watch, and put them in a spreadsheet. And I was like, what is the thing that gets me off track? If my sleep fucks up, it fucks up everything.
Booze will do it, man. And
But it's
booze,
not
I
booze.
feel like it's almost worse for eating, too. There's more of a I don't give a shit when I'm drinking to eat whatever.
Yeah,
know?
and having like my kids, I have the excuse of kids' junk food in the house, but it's like this never used to be a problem years ago. I you know what happens and what knocks me out of it? If I think about it as a soothing method, I'm trying to soothe myself like a baby. Sometimes that helps talk me out of like,
Yeah.
I don't need to eat a
Being a
family-sized
bitch.
bag of
You're
Cool
eating
Ranch.
because of your feelings.
Right. I need a pacifier. I need my
Yeah.
passy to soothe me. Sometimes if I think about it that way, it'll be like, oh yeah, I'm not eating that shit right now. That shit's for my kids.
I can't remember the last time I drank. And I kind of want to try and figure that out because
Really?
it's been like a couple months, legit. And I don't even know when it would be. Huh. I need to do that. I'm really curious.
What about the other alter stuff? What about green?
Yeah, that's all good.
That's all good?
But what do you mean? I still like it.
Well, you're not chain greening. I'm trying to work around this for you, Coach.
Oh,
Red.
that's yeah. Just say leave it out of it, but
Well, you're a green thumb. That's all I'm saying.
yeah,
You know, too much gardening really fucks you up.
yeah. No, it's good to take a step back from everything. I like the drinking. I don't miss it. What it was like, I would get to a point. I was just have like one drink and like I felt like I was getting sick. Like I felt like my nose would run a little bit of a head. Nothing crazy, but it was like
Clockwork Orange.
just nobody gets that reference. I don't know what you mean.
Really?
I know the movie, but I don't know what part you're talking about.
After he watches all the stuff and then he tries to go do something, he barfs.
Oh.
He's about to hit someone who's like,
Not yes, whatever.
whatever.
I don't
you
know.
Droog. It was like the only book I read in high school. I was like, cool.
I made a book
shit's-
out of that.
Well, I was like, oh, I get this. This is about asshole high school kids.
Right.
I'm in. Give it to me. Then you watch the Kubrick movie and you're like, this should have been NC-17 here too.
Right. Probably.
This did not make me feel good at all in any which way.
no.
Why do people revere this one? Yeah,
I watched the Ben Affleck movie like that last night, where you're just like, ugh.
which
It's on
one?
Hulu.
The Accountant 2?
No.
The Accountant 1?
Deep Water. On Hulu. I don't know if it's new or not, but it's got the what's her name? What's her name?
Is that the medieval knight rapey one?
No, it's like a husband and wife, and the wife is just constantly cheating on him, and
That bitch.
he killed the guy. Like it was just very icky. It was just like, what is? I didn't get the ending either. I was like, wait, that for love? What happened? I don't know. I might have just ruined it, but probably not.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was
I'm not
good.
gonna
I
watch
watched
it.
the whole thing.
I mean, that sounds like something I'd have to watch with a girl and be like, don't do that shit.
I know, but you would like the part where the husband Ben Affleck gets revenge almost immediately.
Oh, he gets a revenge movie now.
But not really, though. That's what's weird about it. They don't really explain his motivation. I thought it was going to be like at the end where he gets off on it all the time, and that's how he gets off. That's what I thought.
You're not selling this very good. Like, this is not.
Because it was just
Rotten Tomatoes got to be a 40.
It was just you can look it up. Actually, I'm curious what it got, but just not having the motivation spelled out was kind of just
Deep Impact? What was it?
Deep Water. That's the exact same thing I said.
Did you?
When I first heard it, I was like, you mean Deep Impact? Deep anything. You know what else is on Hulu? The Abyss.
Tell me more. This is what the show's devolved
Do you
to.
remember when...
What do you think the score is? You just looked.
I didn't. I saw green, though, so it's below 50.
Well, that's the reviewers.
Okay.
What do you think the audience?
Audience?
I go more audience rating.
67.
24.
Wow.
That's really
Usually the audience is better than the reviewer.
They're a little bit easier on unless it's like an artful, like hipstery Brooklyn.
Well, that
piece.
makes total sense because there was just a terrible ending.
Yeah.
So
We need to watch my uncle's movie. I need to get it from my place. Do you have a DVD player?
no, what year is it?
I don't know. That's the only way you can get it because it was a feature film. It's called Positive ID, but I bought the DVD a while back, meant to watch it and never did. I had the movie poster in my room growing up and like as an adult too when I moved back here.
Might have a PlayStation somewhere.
Or Xboxy.
Xboxes don't have this disc drive.
We'll figure it out, but might be fun to do that one night. Watch that movie because apparently
Never seen it.
No, I've never seen it. I've tried to put it on, and something came up a couple times. The couple times I did it when I was married, and chicks in their time of the month and stuff. And
Right.
but not me, bro.
What?
But what's it called? I haven't thought about it in a couple of years, so I was like, oh yeah, because on Christmas, my whole family's like, you're exactly like Uncle Andy Anderson.
Andy from Pee Wee Herman. Remember
Apparently, I laugh just like him. No, I don't remember.
that? Anytime I hear the name Andy, that's what I say in my head.
To my sister.
I will.
So
I'm not scared.
that was another goal.
Not that much.
Cut down to 183. See if I can do it, even if I have to do like kind of go sober and like kind of train boxing style, like just heavy.
Right, that's sustainable.
No. The goal is just to get there, touch it, and then I
then
can
run
balloon back.
to
Yeah. And I can do steroids if I want to do it.
Yeah, that should be on your list. You keep talking about it.
That and like
your
getting
needles
the
where
hair,
your butt is.
the hair surgery. Those are the two things I'm putting it out there to think about it, to research it more and more. Just so it's
What,
not
the hair surgery? What, for your hairline?
Yeah, you do the back of the head. Like Dan Soder has a bit, and he calls it hair tits, like fake tits. It's pretty funny. You don't think that's funny? But apparently it's not.
I'm wondering if we can get 2-for-1 discount.
You don't have to go to Turkey to do it anymore. Like the technology's gotten so good and kind of cheaper that like Hair Club for Men does it.
I don't know if that's even the way to go.
No, I've listened to all these comics rat out other comics that do it. And then some of them will just straight up talk about it, like Soder. So I have a whole.
I mean, if I did it, like, I wouldn't be like, "What do you mean?"
No, I have a whole.
Like, obviously, yeah.
No, I have a whole Evernote of like what they did. Like if I hear it on a podcast, I'll write it down because that information I don't really trust. Again, SEO gaming, all that shit, online marketing stuff. I don't really trust it. So I'd rather hear like what a comedian on a podcast would say because they'll tell you exactly what happened, good or bad. You know.
Anyways, I'm saying you don't have to necessarily do the surgery thing. There's other like, what's it called? Exosomes or something. Stem cells. Exosomes.
Stem cells is another thing. That would be cool too. I don't have like a huge injury though, so.
Why would you need a huge injury?
I don't think you do stem cells for hair.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think there is a thing that's like exosome.
This is why I'm taking my time looking into it because I didn't know this until now, you know?
You must not have looked that hard. Just wait on your
A little bit.
your social media feeds now. You'll learn all about it.
A little bit. So that would be steroids. I don't want to put that as a goal because then I have to do it. I don't know if I want to or not. I got to really think that one out.
Yeah, don't do steroids, actually.
Well, look at little T. Just a baby, like a Tic Tac of tea, you know?
Little TTT, okay. I mean, I mean,
More inflammation than anything, honestly.
I guess it would be fun to watch.
It'd be kind of
For
cool.
me personally,
I wonder how much energy it would give me.
I would be poking at you to see if I can get like a new level of anger going.
I've heard that's a myth. I've heard like
We'll see.
I've
We'll
heard it's
see.
like this. Like guys that get wasted, right? The guys that get like angry when they're fucked up, they're angry before they got fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like I think that's a personality thing.
Yeah, usually.
I think if anything, I'll be like, fucking punch me. You can do whatever you want, man. Try it.
Okay.
Punch me in the gut, dude. Fucking
All right,
8-pack.
We'll try it.
I'll probably be more chill.
You're not afraid of head growth.
That's HGH though.
I feel like for you,
my
it would
balls
be
are
a factor.
My balls are great. I don't care if they get smaller. They're, honestly, if we really talk about longevity stuff, they're going to get long. So it might tighten them up a little bit if you think about it.
Ball lift.
I
guess so.
Look, nose,
The logic
ears,
is airtight.
for guys, nose, ears, and balls just droop. That's the triumvirate of
Well, they
droopy.
just grow. I think the balls. I don't think they keep growing. Well, I guess
They sag.
they just loosen, baby. I mean, it's just gravity's pulling on them for 100 years.
Every comedian has had a hack joke about old men getting dressed in the locker room and just how gross they are.
Yep.
because they just walk around with impunity.
Just freedom.
So that's on the list. The weight one, I'll go. Probably gonna have to get a new car. Was another one.
Finally.
A Cybertruck.
Shit. Okay.
I want to get what I've been saying on stage is I want to get no respect from other truck drivers,
Right. Check.
and I want to.
And I want it to have just as many problems as my 2003 Tahoe.
I want to disgust women with it, because what I've been doing on stage is going, all right, I find a woman in the crowd and go, I want you to speak for all women in America, because I've found they have such a reaction to the Cybertruck, and I don't know, I find that so fascinating.
Yeah.
Is it sharp corners? Is it because it's a tank? And they're like, it's just ugly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't ask any follow-up questions. I just go, yes. Like I'm doing market research on this.
I mean, really, there's very few people who are like, cool, Cybertruck. I mean,
The inside's awesome.
it seems like awesome just to have it.
And by the way, since I've been like 8 years old, I've wanted a tank as a car. Like this is fulfilling that need.
Right. I mean, you probably drew it one morning
Oh,
on accident. I made a car.
It would have
drew it
swords and
perfect.
shit that came out.
Yeah.
Missiles.
Yeah, I mean, give that a few years.
Well, it is bulletproof,
Upgrade.
and it's got what's it called? Kevlar, I guess.
Right? You definitely need that.
No, but it's kind of cool. You can hit it with a grocery cart and won't give a fuck.
Yeah. Let's beat the shit out of that thing.
Well, look, we both put a huge $100 deposit down on this baby. Yeah. You forgot you did that, didn't you? And
money back.
And to
Elon.
charge it, you don't have to get a crazy hookup anymore.
Right. You just have to know where, if you go anywhere,
No, you don't
you're
have
not
to.
coming home.
It's not like the washer and dryer hookups anymore. It's not. You don't have to do that shit. as
No, I
much.
know.
And the Wawa down the street from me just installed a bunch of charging stations.
Oh, good.
So it's only 4
you
blocks
can
away.
meet up with
Hey
all
kids,
of
I'll be
your-
right back.
Yeah.
Got to charge the car so we can get to school.
How long does it take
What?
to charge it?
I don't know. It's a good question. I would say the other one would be I gotta get out of the single dad, the divorced dad pad I'm in.
Yeah.
Another goal. That one's achievable. I've already been looking. There's a couple places that might work, but my ex's place is at the furthest point in Hillsborough County that she could go, and I almost think it's in spite of me.
So what are you going to do in spite of her?
Here's what I kind of want to do. I kind of want to buy land and try to do the container house thing.
Okay.
That would be a side project, but you can do it.
That'll show her.
Well, no, that has nothing to do with her. I'm just saying, land is a good investment anyway, right?
Yeah, let's get a couple containers, move out.
Well, you can.
On the bitches.
Amazon's got those container houses for like the pre-build. You and I could build them in a weekend, and it's like 10 grand, 20 grand. They have some.
Oh, we could race.
You could do an
See who gets their
A-frame house
built first.
like a cool ski lodgy one.
Yeah.
You know, where the roof hits the ground kind of deal. Not really necessary for here, but I always like
Doesn't hurt.
Those always
Hurricane comes around.
Those always look the coolest, you know.
I mean, you know,
Maybe for a guest house or something. But buying
a guest
land
container.
in this area in Florida, where it's probably tripled the amount, or how much do you think it's gone up since COVID times? Like an insane. There's not enough supply really of places.
Yeah.
So like, even my place is ridiculous rent now. Over the 4 years I've been there, I was like, okay, cool. I'll keep my overhead low. I'll move in this single dad pad.
Yeah.
And then now it's already double plus some.
Yeah, that's what's really cool about owning a house. Oh, I could sell my house, make a bunch of money, and move into a place that costs just as much, and that
Right.
fucking money's gone. Nobody. It's like,
Well, it's going to be you just have to keep moving out, you know, of the main part of the city, which sucks too. But
maybe we do that. Maybe we get some property and get some containers.
yeah, maybe we really make this official
Start
and
a cult.
own property together.
It's my partner.
That would be rad. I did when you had the house next door for sale. I was
Sick.
like, I did think about it. Like maybe I should try to see how I can finagle that.
That would be fun.
Because it'd be like, hit me with a beer, and you throw a PBR over.
Oh, we could install pipes like they do at the bank, and you'll.
Oh hell yeah! Now we're talking.
You need to buy that house now.
No, the people who bought it fixed it up. And
Doesn't matter. It's
there's not
nicer
a-
now.
Remember that old creepy lady that would walk in this place, walk in your house, thinking it was her house?
I wouldn't call her creepy. She was,
Look, we just
Senile. God
R.I.P.
rest her
Jimmy
soul.
Carter. We just saw he died.
You don't like old people, huh?
No, well, dude, the ones that look like skeletons, like
Most of them do when
I
they
know-
get
I
to
know,
a
but,
certain
like-
age.
first off, the neighbor that you used to have that would come up and say, she was like a ghoul.
I mean,
Not to you.
Okay, mind you,
You know-
one of the scariest things that's ever happened to me is see her in a nightgown at midnight in my house.
Right.
I was like, Jesus Christ.
That's so crazy,
That,
dude.
I mean, that shit. I got worried she'd go into somebody else's house and they'd blast her,
Oh yeah, in Florida.
shoot the ghost.
Yeah, yeah.
You
they'd be
know.
like, she's coming at me.
Yeah,
she's gonna steal shit.
I mean that was a nightmare.
I think the time she spooked me over here, she had like a blanket on, so it almost looked like hanging, ghosts that have shit on them, like ripped up, like
Yeah.
pirates.
I mean, we shouldn't.
All right, I'm not speaking ill of the dead. Hey, lady up in heaven, she'd probably admit, not her best moment.
Sure.
And then Jimmy Carter,
Looking back, she's probably having a good laugh.
they showed like the day before he just died. Today he died at 100, and he was like in a rad, a rad chair, movable chair, not a wheelchair, something different I've never seen, but acted as a wheelchair. But
You're messing with the meaning of the word rad now.
Well,
You said it earlier, and I thought I knew, and then you said rad wheelchair.
It is kind of cool. Like when you break your leg and people get that one leg thing where you put your knee on it and
Right.
roll.
That's not what he was using
That's
at
rad.
100.
Well, I know, but I'm saying like he looked so withered that it looked like they were putting a dead body around.
Yeah. And now it is.
And then you wouldn't change the channel, and I had to keep listening.
First of all, you didn't have to watch it.
Jimmy Carter,
And you could have found the remote. It was right there. And turned it off.
you did a pretty good Jamaican earlier. You got any other impressions?
What do you want to hear? What should we do? Talk like a Scot.
What?
From Scotland. Just talk like I'm from
It's kind of hard
Scotland.
to
the
do an
whole
impression
time.
if your fist is on your left part of your face.
Now I'm talking like I'm from Scotland. Like I'm about to say all the time.
I found if you can mimic their mouth movement, that helps a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you'd have to figure things out. Like if you talk with like Indian, they talk with the tongue in the top of their mouth, and that's how it gets those sounds.
yeah. When I do Alex Jones, you got to be big, and you got to go, oh,
Yeah.
hey, Joe, intergalactic child molesters are in the White House.
Who else? Werner Herzog.
Vana?
I want to move to Orlando, Florida. So I can go to Disney World.
Impressions are fun. Uh-huh. Why do they work so well? If someone could do a good impression, you're just like, God, that's magic.
It's like a magic trick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's fun.
All right.
That's what we're going
Do
to.
I have any more for you? I can't
doubt
remember.
it.
I know. I did my homework. I did it on the way over here. I talked to my friend ChatGPT.
Chet. His name's Chet.
Chet?
Chet GPT. GPT.
We have so many combos. I can't find it all. Oh,
I mean,
I did do this, and we'll leave on that. So, hey, ChatGPT, what up?
Hey, not much. Just here to help. How's it going with you?
Can you tell us a description of the Girthy Podcast?
Sure. The Girthy Podcast is hosted by Law Smith and features discussions on business, marketing, and various topics with a humorous twist.
you made it do that.
I didn't make it do anything, dude.
Fucking Chet.
That's my girl Val. What about my co-host Eric Redinger?
Eric Redinger is a great co-host.
You pronounce it, and then she goes out of her way to mispronounce it after you pronounce it correctly.
Can you hear you?
Good.
I can hear
Tell
you.
your girlfriend that, she sucks. Break up with her.
Oh, I hope everything's okay.
No,
Let
it's
me know if
not.
there's
I just
anything
told you
can
it's
do
not.
To help.
We should have done this the whole episode.
Where was this earlier?
I forgot about it.
Where was...
Can you tell us a fun fact so we can end this episode?
Sure. Did you know that honey never spoils? Archaeologists have found pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that are over 3,000
I don't give a
years
shit.
old and still.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit.
Oh, you got any more?
You have any?
Not a fun fact. Everybody knew that.
How about a fun fact about business?
Absolutely. Here's a business fun fact.
I don't give a shit.
Like the
I don't
Suno
give a
AI
shit.
made was an automatic rice cooker, which failed commercially. It's a reminder that even successful companies often start with something completely different.
Fucking thing sucks!
She's my honey. You better be nice to her. Hey, did you see Tim Dillon dressed as the United Healthcare CEO that just got assassinated?
No.
It's on Netflix for the roast of the year.
Good.
Let's get out of here.
Chronicles knocking at your door. Voices loud echoes bounce off the floor.
Gym class
Stream of
heroes.
wisdom from the past we explore. Wind uncut, we don't stick to the script. Every episode flames, it's a sonic trip. World on our shoulders, but we never slip. Podcast heavy, it's a full lip grip. Girthy Podcast got the vibes, we flow. Mic'd up, keeping pace, we hustle and grow. Tune in, turn up, we run this show. Rhythmic chaos in your ears, let it blow.